Well, all right. Here's the next project. Oh, I think this is like what, a 1988 Pontiac Fiero. There's somewhere in that time frame. So, I'm gonna go ahead and yank out this poopy old engine they got in here. We're gonna put in a Supercharge 3800, and then we are gonna do some body work, and we are going to paint this puppy. At least that's the plan right now. So there's like 8,000 million videos of people doing this swap, so I'm not going to video the entire thing tediously, but I'm going to start getting ready to pull this puppy out of here, man. Got to drop the subframe. Engine's going to ride out on it, everything else, so got to drain the coolant, drain the fuel lines, and get ready to pull it. I also want to point out, what in the hell is Colin doing here? Just cutting big old holes up front? Boy, he better have a grate or something to cover this, or we're gonna have to make something, because that looks like hammered dog shit. You watch this, Colin. What the hell did you bring me, son? Sheesh. Well, let's get to it. Quick status update. We got the coolant drained, we got the deck lid off. You know, we're making some headway. But I just thought I'd point out, whenever you're dealing with these things from 1980s, man, I feel like they had to have got this car from our friend Dan Hammonds himself, because this whole daggone thing is held together with zip ties and baling wire. All of these places throughout this engine that I need to be disconnecting things, it's a zip tie or it's baling wire. Like, hell yeah. I think it needs to go back together like that. If you have a specialty lug nut, right, and you don't have the socket to it, first of all, if you use this steel tires, fuck you. These things shouldn't even be a thing, all right? Stop stealing shit. But if you have one and you don't have the socket to get it off, what you can do is take a 12-point that just barely doesn't fit. So in the case of this were 19 millimeters, the lugs I took off, but the one weird specialty he didn't have the socket for, I ended up finding a 25-30 that just about fit it, and you just hammer it on there, man. Use a 12-point and hammer it on as tight as you can, and just zap it off with the impacts. I actually got 2 more to go. I'm gonna take the front tires off so I can swing these lift arms under. Found a good support place, so that way I can just lift the entire car off of the subframe and take it way up there in the air. You know, just work underneath it. Come on. Well, here it is. It's out. I did something a little different than all the other fellers I've seen do, and that's because I have a lift, so I just put it all 4 on. I pulled all the suspension components before I dropped the cradle. So, axle, control arm, all the good stuff, spindles, separated all of it, pulled it all, and then I just lowered it down on top of 4 jack stands and unbolted it once everything was free, and just raised the car right off the top of it, man. Come on. So I'll bring the engine hoist in over here, hook up to it there, disconnect it from the motor mounts tomorrow morning, and lift it up, drop it on a stand. Then I can take the motor mounts off and get the cradle, the control arms, and the spindle ready for powder coat, so that'll all get powder coated. But there it is. Making a little headway on this here Fiero, eh?